everyone, welcome to Pipes, Tobacco, and Whiskey. So today we have for you the new release of one of the Cornell and Diehl Old Ones series, and this one is called From Beyond. This is a pretty rich, full-flavored English blend that they put out about 2 years ago, and they're repeating it this year. Let me read a little bit about it that Jeremy Reeves put down for you. It says, taking inspiration from the popular Lovecraftian The Old Ones series, Cornell and Diehl's small batch, From Beyond, is a rich, potent, and incredibly complex English mixture that captures head blender Jeremy Reeves' impression of a wonderfully aged 1990s era tin of Diehl Nightcap. Balancing full flavor with robust strength, it's handcrafted using a host of rare tobacco varietals. Eastern North Carolina Red Virginias from 2017, Bright Canadian Virginias from 2022, Thai Izmir from 2019, Turkish Latakia, Greek Basma from 2022, and Heirloom Cyprian Latakia from 2004. Also with the addition of the St. James Perique that they source from 31 Farms. The flavor is dark, rich, subtly sweet with a smoky, incense-like quality, evocative of shadows in the woods. All right, so we're going to give you our thoughts on this particular blend. I checked with Smoking Pipes and they still have some available. This dropped about 3 or 4 days ago. They still have some available. 15,000 tins were produced, and I'm sure that those will go fairly quickly. So you might want to get on there and see if you can get some.
I see. Okay. See, I thought this blend was a part of the Old One series, a new additive to that, but it's a small batch taking inspiration from that series.
The strength on this is medium to full. The cut on this is a thick ribbon cut. The taste on this is medium to full, and we will kind of hit some of the other things as we go along. All right, well, let's start with the tin note, son. Let's see what you got on that.
So the tin note was the first thing. Oh, man, so I love the Old One series. There's a lot of English in that Old One series, or at least the ones that I've tried out of it.
With the Awakened Elder?
Yeah, Awakened Elder, Visions of Cellophase is still the only one that I can really think of.
I think Miskatonic Mixture is in that.
Miskatonic, yeah. This is a very English forward in my book as a tin note. Very, very, very woodsy. There, I can really get that incense type smell that he's talking about there. And a little bit of citrus, mostly smoky. Very musty. A lot of like cedar pine type smells coming through. A little bit of earthiness. I'm not getting any of the light citrusy notes that you would see in the blend lineup with some of those Virginias in there, because they do have Red Virginias, those bright red Virginia, well, not bright, but the red Virginias that are coming through, those tangy notes. I'm losing them in the tin note.
Well, the tin note is definitely English forward.
Yeah,
a lot of incense, dense incense smokiness. There's a really great mustiness in this.
Yeah.
I get a cedar hit on this, subtle sweetness, very earthy. Got some spice in here. It's not real heavy. And the Virginias are lending a little bit of their characteristic as far as the grassiness in the tin note. The reds are lending the tartness. There's a citrus kind of hit in there.
I'm not really picking those other scents up.
I get an orange citrus from that.
Yeah.
And kind of a dark fruit, a real light dark fruit background to it.
See, to me, it's woodsy, very musty, very smoky kind of thing, almost like a campfire kind of feel with, or like right before the campfire when you're just getting done splitting the wood and getting everything cut. You know how we do that at the deer lease? It's just that very earthy, kind of musty smell that I'm getting. I will say, when I first smelled this blend, I don't hate English blends. I just it really needs to hit below 50 degrees for me to really start thinking I want to smoke one.
Yeah.
That's me. That's just me personally. So smelling this, knowing that we needed to do it, it just came out kind of thing. Smelling the tin note made me kind of hesitant on this smoke.
Well, I think this is definitely a late night smoke.
Yeah.
It's heavy. We'll get to the tastes here in a little bit.
That's yeah.
But
the taste, I think, reveals its true character.
Yeah, but it's heavy. It's full bodied.
Mm-hmm.
I don't necessarily would want to start my day with this one. Definitely could see it finishing the day, especially outside at the Diehl's when it's 50 degrees outside, 40 degrees outside.
Well, let's go ahead and get into the taste then, because I think we're leading into that point where both of us kind of know. I think we're in the same headspace when it comes to the taste.
I mean, you got to also understand that in much of the country right now, it's already getting to that point.
Yeah.
Not in Texas, but like in Minnesota, Michigan,
mm-hmm.
they're already having cold evenings
mm-hmm.
and cold mornings. So
yeah.
All right. Well, let's talk about the taste then.
Yeah. So right when it gets to the taste, it doesn't switch around for me. The English characteristics that are in the tin note seem to take not a back seat, but more of like a passenger seat drive in this kind of smoke. I'm getting those tangy flavors, like an apple cider vinegar kind of flavor. Getting some of that citrus that you were talking about in the tin note that I couldn't pick out. It's full, very full. There's a lot of smokiness, a good mouthfeel, some sweet kind of fruit flavors that I'm getting in there. But man, there's some good tartness going on with this blend.
I think using all the aged tobaccos that they did kind of helps the blend mellow out a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
It's not as full on the palate as it is to the nostril.
Mm-hmm.
I get lots of that smoky campfire kind of taste. There's an earthiness there. You're right. Some of the other things like the perique is giving it kind of a little bit of a spice and a little bit of a dark fruit flavor to it.
It's almost tasting just as much as like on a darker vapor side, like almost like a half and half of English meets vapor.
Yeah,
kind of thing. It's really giving a good flavor.
There's a nice charred kind of flavor in here. I get hints of subtle sweetness. The spice is pretty light.
Mm-hmm.
The mustiness still comes through.
Yes.
I like that. The citrus doesn't come up as strong as I expected it to, because I smelt it in here, that orangey kind of citrus. I don't get it as much. For me, this is not a full-bodied flavor, more of a medium.
Yeah.
But I smoke a lot of English.
That would be the thing. The tin note leads it to be a full English, which caused me to go, and then the smoke though makes me go, whoa, yeah. This is right up my vapor loving Virginia alley. It's enough Latakia to add texture, to add flavor, to
kind of a creamy smokiness
to build it up. Yeah. It's just enough to add that mustiness that you want, so that you can be, I do smoke Englishes.
And it has two different types of Latakia in here. It has the Cyprian, which is an aged Latakia, and then the Turkish Latakia that's in here as well. So there's a nice little balance between the two.
There is, yeah.
I definitely get a little bit of that dark fruit hit, which I like.
Yeah, and I think that's coming from, if I'm quite honest with you, there's been a couple other blends from C&D that we've done where they use this Turkish Latakia a bit. And I think that dark fruit flavor that we're really starting to gravitate towards is that Turkish Latakia.
Maybe because, the GLP Horizons.
That's exactly where I'm,
yeah.
That's where I'm going to. GLP, Warp uses it a couple times too. You know, this blend turned out more pleasant as a smoke than it did as a smell. I lose all the incense characteristics in the taste, though. The only bit I get from it is that slight numbing feeling you get on the tip of your tongue.
Boy, to me, what's speaking the best through this is the Orientals.
Mm-hmm.
Those Izmirs and Basma that are
Mhm.
coming through here are really, really coming through with that kind of slightly salty, slightly sour, slightly peppery kind of feel through there. And it balances out all the other tobaccos in here really well. I'm enjoying this.
This is much more pleasant than I thought it was. Like you showed this to me, I think you showed it to me last week.
Yeah.
For us getting ready to do the show, and I smelt it, and like all week I was like,
I'm not looking forward to doing this one.
oh man, it's
well,
just
you're not a big.
I'm not an English guy.
Yeah.
It was just too dark and too heavy for me to really enjoy it. Like this, to me, Englishes are well, and it's because we live in Texas. They're best enjoyed outside around a campfire in cooler weather.
You know,
and this particular blend was just leading it to me to think that.
Smoking it in this titanium pipe, the Job titanium pipe, also gives me a chance to kind of taste all these different tobaccos that are in here and see what's going on. This is pretty complex.
Yeah,
there's a lot of complexity.
There's
to
a
this.
lot to it, and I think that's partially like why I'm not picking up like some of the flavors that you're getting in there. I'm just using a regular briar, and I feel like I'm missing some of the extra. But having said that, the way it smokes, I wish it wasn't a small batch. I wish it was a part of the whole series. I wish they'd keep making it. But, you know, some of these ingredients are aged and
That's
hard
the
to
thing.
get.
Yeah, you make what you can with what you've got, you know, and that's just the way it is. We're kind of pairing it today with a drink that I've discovered, I guess it was back in April or something like that. It's called the Godfather, and I know you guys probably know about it, but basically it's 2 ounces of blended scotch with 3/4 ounce of amaretto and some of the Luxardo cherry and cherry syrup in there.
Yeah.
And it's really delicious with
the
it.
sweetness and then the rye flavors, the spiciness of that really pair well with this.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Okay, well, tell me a little bit about the room note, what you're getting.
This is tolerable room note at best.
Lots of incense.
Lots of incense. Lots of English flavor. I mean, it is smoky at the best. Even this is probably in a long time the smokiest the room has actually gotten, even though we have the rabbit going.
Yeah.
That it actually, like, you can see the smoke and stuff, and that's I'm thinking this is a tolerable room note at best.
Yeah, the incense is really, really coming through. That woody incense smell is basically what I'm getting on the room note. Although I enjoy that, some people don't, and so you know, it is what it is. What do you think about the moisture content of this?
I've had a bit of dawdle, but I think it's because the tart when it hits my mouth causes me to salivate more than the actual tobacco itself. So the tin that we have, and I mean that's ready to go.
Yeah,
that's
what I felt. I felt like it's no dry time needed. You can stuff it and smoke it.
Yeah, right when you open it, that's good to go.
Yeah, it's just barely on the dry side, which I like.
Yeah.
You know, it burns a little better that way. Although I am giving it a couple of lights, but I think that's because I'm talking a lot in between the puffs. Yeah, what do you think about the nicotine on this one?
It's if you could smoke it all day, I think you could. The nicotine is about medium. It's enough to scratch the itch, and but not overwhelming. It's not going to put you back. You're not going to, like you said, after dinner. I thought, you know, this would be a good like lunch break smoke. Eat your lunch, have a smoke. This I don't think it's. I agree with you. It's not an early morning smoke.
It's very close to having a cigar without having cigar leaf in it.
Yeah, because it's very
It's a full kind of,
fullish kind of smoke. Yeah,
Yeah.
the feel, the way it smokes.
Although the nicotine on this to me is not that strong. It's between moderate and medium. So
To me, I think it's more medium. But like I said, like we said in the beginning of this, I'm just not that much of an English guy, and I feel like the Latakias have a little bit more presence.
I read somewhere where somebody had compared this tobacco to some similar products like Quiet Nights, the GLP's Quiet Nights, and Bayou Night by C&D. So,
Bayou Night, yeah, mate. I think I kind of liked how that Jeremy Reeves said right there. I don't know specifically about the 1990s tin of Diehl because I wasn't old enough to smoke during that time.
you were barely even 10 years old.
Yeah, but I have had some Diehl Nightcap before, and it definitely does have some reminiscent feeling of that.
Yeah. So this is still available at Smoking Pipes. I'm sure at other brick and mortars and online retailers as well. $14.28 a tin. Pretty reasonable price.
Very, especially for a small batch. They
Yeah.
normally start at $15-16.
Yeah. So hop online and get some. I like this.
This is a good one.
Yeah. This is going out to Diehl's.
I was about to say, this is a perfect, like, outside worker, sit down, do nothing for the rest of the night kind of smoke.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying this one.
The flavors are consistent. I'm halfway through my bowl.
Well, and it's clean.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not getting a lot of ash overhead, no dawdle, kind of things like that. It's very clean.
Yeah, I like it. Well, another good one from Cornell and Diehl. I don't know if you guys have been keeping up with the posts from the Vegas show, but it looks as if
news.
Yeah, it looks as if our favorites, Seattle Pipe Club tobaccos, are coming back through C&D.
Yes.
So those are going to be available, I think they said mid-November, something like that.
Yeah, I saw some of that post.
That's something to look forward to as well. Texas show is coming up.
Yeah.
Pretty quick, the 15th of November.
Yeah.
And we hope to see you guys there. Got anything else you want to share about this blend?
No, this is a winner. Don't let the 10 note scare you guys, especially some of you that I know, like I see the comments, that you're Virginia lovers too. Don't let it branch out. This one's much more pleasant than you think.
Yeah, although it's labeled as a full-bodied evening smoke, it's not harsh at all. It's very
matured.
Yeah, very doable.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like I said, I like the aged tobaccos in it, and I think this will age even better with time. Let those tobaccos kind of meld together.
Yeah, there's enough in there to really build up some good cake, and this is going to be a good blend.
Yep.
I like it, and I've always been a fan of the old ones.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
All right, guys. Well, that's what we got for you this week. We hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget,
make all your piping moments count.
We'll see you next time, and have a great week.
See you guys.
Bye-bye.